Hi friends, Suzanne here. Welcome to another Fabricate Friday video on my YouTube channel and blog. For today's project, I am featuring this cute little box. I'm having a lot of fun with the Designer Series paper. This is not a fold flat box. This bottom is securely tied, and I even use some retired embellishment on the bottom so it makes a nice little feet. And you never appreciate feet more when you have a little bit of, say, moisture on your table or desk. It's very, very handy. So I used some Designer Series paper, and it is called Hues of Happiness. And these Hues of Happiness paper, this was the side A, and then there was some side B, and so I just matted it with it, and I thought it looked so nice because there's obviously a lot of different hues going on in here. So, and the stamp set I used was this new to me stamp set. I love the font. It's called Big Hooray. I'm using Thanks, but they have a whole bunch of other sentiments. Big feels. I love the fact that you can sort of go big hugs, big thanks, you know, or big day even. Anyway, thought I would try that one out. And the sentiment here was created by this, actually, this one right here, second from the inside. And this is new to me, and it's called the Decked Rectangles, and there's a lot of them, and you can see it's a subtle cut, and it just gives it like a unique feel, not too serious, which sometimes, you know, you need that whimsical feel. So these are called the Deckled Rectangle dies. Well, in case you don't know, I keep my dies clear on the facing the outside. I have them on a magnetic sheet that I got from the dollar store, and they're adhesive on one side. So I actually put some old Designer Series paper to make it pretty, but you never see that side. And then the reason why I put them on this way, so I can see them, but so this weird lip thing doesn't interfere. And how you close these things is you just, you pull on it, and then you're not gonna rip it, and then you just tuck it inside. I know we struggle to close these buddies, but I love to keep them in their pockets if they don't have a stamp set. If there is a stamp set, I will just keep that magnetic sheet on the inside of my stamp. I find I use them more often when they're together. Anyway, that's enough chatter for me. Let's get into making this box. So again, when I am creating my bigger boxes like this, we need to have two pieces of paper. So this is 6 1/4 by 10 1/2. And on the long side, we're gonna score at 2 1/2. I wonder if I could do it both at once. Let's see, I doubt it, but 2 1/2. How about that? 7 1/2 and 10. Oops. All right, so we're gonna turn it round, and on the short side, we're gonna go 1/2 and 3 3/4. 1/2 and 3 3/4. All right, you know the drill. We're going to fold and burnish all of our score lines. All right, so what we're gonna do is we are gonna start on the side here. I'm gonna angle and cut off this square and rectangle initially. and samesies on that side. Then we're going to cut up and cut up. So this is the lid because it has the lip. I'm going to cut that one, and then I'm going to give that a wedge. For this one, I'm not going to cut this in half at all, but I am going to wedge it out just ever so slightly. Okay. So that is what you should have. Oh, 1 second. That is what you should have. I'm going to do the very same thing on this side. Except it's not the exact same thing, I should say, because we're going to cut this part right off. And then we're going to cut this off. And then we're going to cut this in half and wedge out. And then we're going to cut straight up here, wedge this out, and then ever so slightly wedge this out. So it should look like that. So now I'm going to put adhesive along this side, and I'm going to adhere these together so it becomes one big section. Oh, and then I'm going to put adhesive on this side. Fold it in half. Moment of truth. Ta-da! So this is how this is going to work. We're going to put this one on the inside. We're going to put some adhesive on this side and this side and on this side. So hopefully you're going to be able to see what I'm doing. I call that an adhesive U. So I'm going to do the same on this side. All right, you want this piece all squared up. All right, so now putting that one in, that one, and now that one. So what that has done is it's made a flat surface on the inside, but it's a really strong bottom of the box. So if you wanted to put perfume or a bottle of something really expensive, balsamic vinegar, even something like that, it's going to be able, it's not going to fall out the bottom. All right. So in this example, like I said, we had a mat, and I am using the Happy Forest Friends, and this is my mat. So there's going to be another on top. So for the mat, you need two pieces. We need 3 inches by 4 3/4, And then for this, the inside piece, or the actual piece of designer series paper or pattern paper, you are going to require a piece that is 2 3/4 by 4 1/2. So I like to play around with the matting. Okay, so I'll do the same size on the back side so that you know which ones I'm doing. So you need 2 pieces. You need the mat, which is 3 inches by 4 3/4. And then you need the pattern paper that is 2 3/4 by 4 1/2. So hopefully you're picking up what I'm throwing down. All right, so you need 2 more pieces for the shorter sides. So the mat is 2 1/4 by 4 3/4, and the paper is 2 inches by 4 1/2. And again, 2 1/4 by 4 3/4, and 2 by 4 1/2. And the paper that I'm using is called Happy Forest Friends. All right, there we go. And then you need 1 piece for the top. There we go. And that is 2 1/4 by 3. And this is 2 by 2 3/4. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm choosing the old olive color, and this is the same stamp set. And it's on that deckled rectangle. You can probably see the shape a little bit better now. These were called loose flower flourishes. So, and I thought they went really well with the pattern. But for this one, I'm gonna just use some solid faceted gems. There's a dark green in here. It might be Mossy Meadow. So I'm going to use that. Now I have some retired product here that, you know what, I'm just gonna put on for the little feet. So this happens to be a brown, like that cinnamon cider color. And that's all you do. You put like a few little dots underneath, and you'll find that this box doesn't scuff on your table. And of course you don't have to do this. I used the gold faceted gems for these ones. This is the 2020 in color enamel dots, and I'm only gonna use retired product because you can't see them. And I'll show you what that does. Do you hear that? So if I was to take a box This was from an old, and like it doesn't slide as well, and I don't know, like it makes this a little bit more special. So if you do give a gift to someone, you know, they can place it on their mantle, and it's just slightly up from the ground. So in case there is, like I said, a little bit of moisture on that, on your desk, it's not going to ruin this lovely little box. So you can see all the supplies I used today listed below in the videos See More section, or in the supplies section of my blog, and those fast links are going to take you to my Canadian online store, where I would love the chance to meet you and earn your business. And one more thing, guys, I would love to get to the milestone here on YouTube. I'm really close to 15,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It really helps me out in getting my work sent around the world a little faster. I appreciate you so much. Please do all the YouTube-y things, like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, all that. And thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.